Hello. Today I'll be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, The Mandalorian HK-87 Assassin Droid. So here's the box. It's the Black Series windowless version. Picture on the side. Product shot in the back. And there's a bio that reads, based on an antiquated assassin droid design, a pair of HK-47 droids serve as bodyguards for the magistrate Morgan Elsbeth on the world of Corvus. So this droid, or a similar droid to it, has appeared recently on the Ahsoka series. So the ones on the Ahsoka series have a cape instead of this kind of like half robe thing. And also the droids on Ahsoka have a couple of color variations. I believe there's one that's this color scheme, and there's another one that's a completely red color scheme with some black highlights. I kind of don't really like that color scheme. It seems really boring and plain compared to this one, I think. And here's the typical paper with all the legal stuff. We don't need that. And here's the environmentally friendly cardboard insert. This should be the accessories or accessory. It's a gun molded in black plastic. I could cut these parts from the video, but I like to let people see how the figure comes packaged with all the taping and everything. And here he is out of the packaging. I really like the design of this droid. As I said, I like this color scheme much better than the red color scheme in Ahsoka. It's got these ropes wrapped around his torso. I'm not really sure what it's for. Is it a whip? I forget. And he's got this soft goods half robe. I'm not sure what's the purpose of it. I'm not sure why a droid needs clothing. I guess like fashionable clothing at that. Maybe it's like people who like to dress up their pets. No offense to anybody who dresses up their pets, just making a comparison. So here's a closer look at his face. Looks really cool. I like the sculpt and details. It's mainly black plastic with silver painted highlights, but the visor looks a little bit shiny. It might be painted. And the back of the head has some nice sculpted detail. The belt piece is a separate piece, and there's some gold paint on the buckle. So for articulation, his head rotates 360. Can look up about this high and look down about this much. Has some side to side tilt. Its arms rotate 360. They can go out pretty far despite the shoulder pads. This other arm can't rotate 360 because of the robe, but you can swing it back and forth a good amount, and it can still go out to the side a good amount. He's got a little bit of a butterfly joint. Elbow bends about 90 degrees. And it kind of bends the other way a little bit. And there's wrist rotation. Wrist can't really move side to side, but it moves up and down. There's a little bit of a side to side jiggle, but I'm not going to count that. And he adds a little bit of an ab crunch and a backwards crunch, but it's very limited. And there's no waist rotation, but you can rotate at the ab crunch. And its legs can kick up really high. And it can go back pretty far. Doesn't seem like it can go out to the side much at all. Its knees can bend 90 degrees. Toes can bend down about this much. Up about this much. There's a side tilt. Oh, there's actually a peg on these ropes and a port on his shoulder that you can peg the ropes into. So let's see what poses we can get him into. Let's see if he can get into the kneeling pose. Yeah, so that looks pretty good to me. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, but let's see if he can get into a superhero landing pose. The reason I think I'll have trouble doing it because he only can bend his knee 90 degrees. Oh, it's actually not too bad, in my opinion. Let's see if he can do a walking pose. He has kind of weak ankles and small feet, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to pull this off. His right knee on mine is also a little bit loose, so this is a little bit of a struggle. So there you go, he can do it, but not very stable. Oh, his knee also bends the other way. So let's take a look at his accessory. It's his gun, and he can just hold it in his hand, like so. And he can hold it with both hands. He really has a hard time standing with his wobbly ankles. So something else you can do is you can remove his robe. So here he is without his robe. So here he is without his robe. And now I'll attempt to put his robe back on. We'll see if it's difficult or not. Not too difficult, I'd say. Some comparisons. Here he is next to Ahsoka and Din Djarin. And here he is next to some other droids, a Dark Trooper, and K2SO. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.